once profit becomes the exclusive goal, if it is produced by improper means and without the common good as its ultimate end, it risks destroying wealth and creating poverty. And I think commentators have likened the collapse of Lehman Brothers as having as great an impact as 9/11. But let me tell you this, although nobody will give us the numbers, I can assure you that the banking crisis has killed many, many more people than 9/11. And it's driven countless millions of people in the developing world into an even greater abject poverty than they were already in. And it's even created misery amongst us incredibly rich and wealthy people. So it was a very bad thing. And how did we get ourselves into this mess? And what can we actually do to get ourselves out of it? Or do we have to sort of cancel everything? I expect the end of the corporate being will come. So is regulation the solution, or is it all about culture and character? The Treasury Select Committee, having done a very sort of top-level search into the banking crisis, made a couple of obvious statements like, bankers have made an astonishing mess of the financial system. Well, we all knew that, didn't we? The current crisis has exposed significant shortcomings in risk management. Corporate governance was totally ineffective, and non-executive directors have acted as members of a cosy club. Well, I gave some evidence to the Treasury Select Committee, and some of it was fairly dramatic, but I think you'll all agree with the following statement. Even non-bankers with no credit risk management expertise would have known that there must have been a very high risk if you lend money to people who have no assets, no jobs, and no income. The current financial crisis is a bit like the story of the emperor's new clothes. And anyone whose eyes were not blinded by money, power and pride, hubris, who really looked carefully, knew that there was something wrong, and that economic growth based almost solely on excessively easy credit could only lead to disaster. I made two very important concluding remarks in my evidence. One was that there was an inadequate separation and balance of power in the boardroom. And secondly, that there is no doubt that you can have the best governance processes in the world, but if they're carried out in a culture of greed, unethical behaviour, and indisposition to challenge, they will fail.